Hey guys, this is Marie and I'm back with another video. And this video is going to be top 10 tank mates for betas. So let's get started. So in this video, I will be showing you and talking to you a little bit about the top 10 tank mates for your beta fish. So let's go ahead and get into it. Now as you guys can see the title of this video is going to be all about tank mates for your betas. So here we go. Now as you guys can see here, this is my 20-gallon long community beta fish tank, and I have a total of 4 female V-tail beta fish in here. I also have 2 other types of fish in here living with them, and those are their tank mates. So I will be showing you guys those. Also, I will be showing you guys either screenshot pictures or either little videos of the fish that I will be talking to you guys about today. So let's go ahead and start with number 1. And I would have to say this fish is pretty much one of my top favorite tank mates to have. And it is the Neon Tetra. Now these guys are absolutely so cute and adorable. They're really small, they do not get big, and they're really good with community tanks. They're really pretty much the most popular fish that you probably would buy for your community tank. I've seen a lot of people have these fish all the time. I've actually had these fish when I was younger and as now as an adult, and they're just the cutest little things ever. They do not get big, they stay really good size, small, and they are schooling fish, so you definitely have to have them in at least a pair of 6 or more. You can go with maybe 4, I would say, but no less than that. I would definitely stick with the 6 if you can, or more, because they're just absolutely so cute and adorable, especially when they're in a group together swimming around inside of your tank. Now these guys are like little blue and red little fish with a little white body. So I will show you guys what they look like. So here is a couple right there. And there's actually a whole bunch of them over there. So they're throughout the whole fish tank. They're really good. They don't bother actually any of the fish that I have. Now, other than that, I would have to say I would just be aware of your beta fish with them. It depends on the beta fish if they like them or not. Most of the Neon Tetras don't bother the beta fish, but the beta fish might bother them in the beginning. Now, when I first got mine, I actually had the Neon Tetras first, and then I got my females and put them in there, and they did actually chase them a couple of times. For at least one day, and then pretty much after the end of that night when I went to sleep, they left them alone. They did not bother them. I guess because they were just new and something different that they never seen before. So they were just kind of like chasing them a little bit. But other than that, they're fine. They do not bother them now. The Neon Tetras pretty much just go with their own flow, what they want to do. And they're really good tank mates. So I definitely would say, definitely get the Neon Tetras. And I will also put some video or pictures up on the screen now to show you guys more closer up what they really look like. Now moving on to number 2, and this is not really a fish. This is actually the mystery snail. I do actually have one in here. I did have multiple before, but of course they had passed away, so I really only have one in here. I would have to say these guys are the best little tank mate that you can probably have inside the tank. They do not bother any other fish. They definitely don't bother your beta fish. And the beta fish don't really care about them unless they see them moving around. But they're really good tank mates to have for your beta fish. They pretty much go everywhere inside of your tank. They go on the rocks, they go on the glass, they go on your plants, they go on your decorations and stuff. They pretty much go everywhere. They eat pretty much anything inside the tank. You can also feed extra stuff and put on the bottom for them so they will have extra food. But other than that, they're really, really good tank mates for your beta fish. There is different types of them, so I will put some pictures and video up on the screen to show you what they look like more in personal. They do come in gold mystery, black mystery, and then I've seen the blue mystery before. There is narrow snails also, and there's other snails, but I really don't know exactly about them. I have more like the mystery snails in the past and in the future. So, but they're like one of the top favorite I would have to say to have in the tank, because they're just so cute and adorable, and it's always fun to just watch them go throughout the tank the whole time. One minute they're one place, the next minute they're on the other side of the tank, and you don't realize how fast they are until like when you're actually looking for them. But they're like the one best tank mate that you can definitely have, and they would not bother your betta fish at all. So moving on to number 3, and that is going to be the tiger barb, and I'm going to probably say this wrong, but the albino tiger barb. Now I actually do have the albino ones in here, so let me show you what they look like. So there's actually one right here, and I'm not sure what oh, there's some more right there. These are actually pretty new. I just recently got these guys, and I absolutely love them. They're really good for your community tank. They love to swim around with other fish and stuff like that, and they're just cute and adorable. These guys are the albino tiger barbs. I've never really had these before, so these are actually new, and I never really owned them before. I actually owned the tiger barbs before, but I'd never owned the albinos. I didn't even know they existed until I saw them. But they're really good community tank fish. They love to swim around in groups also. I would definitely have more than at least 4. If you can do 4, that's fine. I would definitely do more than that, but they're just good little tank mates. Now, they did not bother my betta fish at all, but when I put them inside of there with the betta fish, they'd, of course, you know, never seen them before, and they did kind of chase them a couple of times. But other than that, by the end of the day, they were just not bothered with them and did not care about them anymore. They realized that, okay, they're not going to hurt me, and I don't have to hurt them. So other than that, they're just so cute and adorable. I will put a screenshot and a video up of them a little more closer up of both of them. So that's what they will look like. But they are the most cutest little things ever. I absolutely love them now. And I would definitely have them in the future if I ever decide to get more. But they're really good community tank fish and really good tank mates for your betta fish. And you can have like as many as you want, and they do get to a good size. I think no more than 3 inches or something like that. I can't remember, but they don't get as big. These guys are really small compared to ones I saw in the video and at PetSmart. So you'll see them in the video how big they get, but they're really good size and they really don't bother your betta fish at all. So moving on to the next one, and that is going to be number 4, and that is going to be guppies. Now, guppies and betta fish are really popular together. Most of the time, people do get guppies in their community tank fish with their betta fish. They go really well with them. They actually really don't bother each other. I've had them a couple of times, but they're really nice and cute. They come in multiple colors. The males are more colorful than the females, and I will put a screenshot and a little video showing you what they look like, but they are really cute and adorable. And you can get females and males, but I would be careful because they might end up having babies, and I'm not sure if the betta fish will eat them or not. So I would just be aware if you're going to get males and females, just compared to make sure you might have babies. So it might be best to either have males or females. Don't have both, but they're really good in the community tank. They make the tank more brighter and more colorful and stuff like that, and I absolutely love that. But they are really good tank mates, and they really do good with your betta fish. Most betta fish don't bother them at all, so they will really be good with them. And you can get either 1 or 2 or more. You don't have to have a limit. They're not school fish, so they're really good with your betta fish. Alright, moving on to the next one, and that's going to be Platies and Mollies. Now, Platies and Mollies, I've never actually owned them, but I know they are really good community tank fish for your betta fish. They actually really don't bother your betta fish. They don't nip at them or either bother them. Now, other than that, your betta fish might try to nip at them. It depends on if they're new and they've never seen them before. But they're really good. They do get to a good size, but they won't really bother your betta fish. I think they're just so cute and adorable. I've actually seen these plenty of times in the pet stores, so I will also put a little video and picture up on the screen now to show you guys what they look like. They actually do and come in multiple colors, and they're really good sized fish. So they really be good for your betta fish for a tank mate. Alright, moving on to number 6, and that's going to be the shrimp. Now the shrimp are usually pretty much always staying on the bottom in the gravel, so they won't really bother your betta fish. The betta fish might see them. If they do, they might nip at them, sorry. But other than that, they're really good tank mates because they always stay on the bottom. They're really super fast, and they're really cute and adorable. I've never really actually seen them until I actually saw them at PetSmart the other day. So I do have a little video, and I do have pictures of the shrimp. Now, there is multiple colors. I know there's the ghost shrimp, the red one, and I think there's a blue one, and there's other ones, but I'm not really sure of those. I would just have to do your research of which ones that you guys might want to pick. The only one I've actually seen at PetSmart, and you'll see in the video, is actually the ghost shrimp. And they're really clear. Like, they're kind of, I guess that's why they call them ghost shrimp, because they are super white. And I had a hard time actually seeing them inside of the tank until I actually really had to go up really close and look at them inside of the rocks and realize they were actually shrimp moving around in there. But they're really good tank mates. You don't have to have multiples. You can have maybe 1 or 2 of them in there to see how your betta fish will do. But those are really good tank mates. They stay on the bottom while your fish are on the top. So they really look nice inside of the tank and be something different to have. Now, I've never really personally owned a shrimp, and I don't know if I would ever try to own one. I don't know. It might be a nice little experience to have them in the tank to see how it goes well with them, but I'm not sure. It depends on what you guys would want. Alright, moving on to the next fish, and that will be number 7, and that's going to be the white cloud mountain mellows. Now, I actually don't have seen these guys in PetSmart in years. Now, I actually own these guys when I first got into betta fish. I actually owned them. I did have about 4 or 5 inside of a 10-gallon tank with my male betta fish. Now, the only reason why I actually got these fish is because when I first got a betta fish, I wanted to have a fish that would go with the betta fish and that they won't fight or, nitpick at each other and stuff like that. So one of my pet stores actually had this betta fish inside of the tank with the white cloudfish, and they actually went really well with them. So I ended up getting that betta fish, and I also got the 4 white cloudfish with him. So I knew that they would get along with each other and not nitpick and chase each other around the whole, tank and everything. And they're really good fish. They're really good size, so I will put a screenshot of what they look like. They really do get to a good size. I forgot how big they get. I want to say maybe 3 inches or 2 inches. They do get a good size. I would have to say they're probably almost the same size of probably maybe my V-tail females, but maybe a little bit smaller. But you'll see on the screenshot picture of what they look like. But they're really good tank mates. The only thing is I've never really seen them in the pet stores since I've had them. And the crazy thing about it is when I picked out a couple of the white cloudfish and put them in my tank, I end up having multiple babies. I did not know there was females and males mixed together. So I ended up having a lot of white cloud babies, and it was kind of crazy, but it was a good experience because it was something different that I've never owned before. So I do actually have a video on my YouTube channel of those babies and fish, so you can definitely check that out. It's way in the back. It's like I said, it's been over probably 2 or 3 years since I've had them, but if you can find them, definitely get them because they're just so cute and adorable. They're kind of white and they have like a little red and orange on them. They kind of remind me of other fish, but they're super cute and adorable. If you can find them, definitely put them in your community tank. Alright, moving on to the next one, and this is going to be number 8, and this is going to be the algae eater, and I'm going to call it the algae eater, but I will put the real name on the screen right now because I'm not going to pronounce it right, and I'm not even going to try to pronounce it correctly. So, this is an algae eater, and you mostly find them at PetSmart and Petco, and they're really good tank mates because they really do stay on the bottom most of the time. They will come up a little bit like in the middle of the tank, but they will not really bother your betta fish at all, and the betta fish really don't care about them. I did actually have one or two in the past, and they did not really care about them. So they're really good tank mates. You can probably have at least maybe one or two. You don't have to have multiple ones in there. I would just say no more than maybe two. They will clean up your tank really well, and they're really good tank mates for your betta fish. And I would have to say, I would be warning you that they will get huge. And I mean huge. They will, if they live enough, they will get really, really big. So I would just suggest, if you get one and if it overgrows inside of your tank, you're definitely going to either have to get a bigger tank or either bring that algae eater back to a pet store that will be able to, find a home for it, because they will get huge. And I've actually seen one really, really huge. So I'm going to put a screenshot picture of one of the algae eaters and also a little video. This one is small, it's not huge, but it was many, many years ago, in my, probably like my 20s, I went to a pet store and they had probably like a 75 or bigger tank, and there was actually one of them in there. And I want to say that, you guys, when I saw this one, he was huge. I would have to say he was probably almost the same size as my little rock decoration in here. So like I said, they will grow and they will get huge. So just a warning, if you do get one, prepare to either have to get a bigger tank or definitely going to have to either let it go and bring it back to the pet store. But other than that, they're really good tank mates, and your betta fish will love them, and they don't nip and pick at them. Moving on to number 9, and that is going to be the Corydoras or the Cory catfish. And I will put up 2 screenshot video or pictures of these guys. Now, I've never owned these guys before, but I've seen a lot of people have them in their community tank. They're really good sized fish, and they actually do stay on the bottom of the tank, and they're really good cleanup crews. They love to eat all the stuff on the bottom of the rocks and stuff like that, so they will definitely keep your tank nice and clean and good on the bottom. And they're really perfect for your betta fish. They won't really bother them out at all. They'll stick on the bottom. Now your betta fish should be okay with them. They'll probably just look at them every once in a while, but other than that, they're really good tank mates. They do get to a good size, but other than that, they're really good tank mates, and I believe that they would be pretty good, decent looking for your community tank. Something different to have inside of your tank if you're looking for something different. Now there is different colors and types of them. I am going to put 2 of them that I've seen that are screenshot ones that are on here, but there is many different types and colors of them. So definitely do your research on which ones that you want. Now I did see one of them at the pet store at PetSmart, and that was, I think, the albino one. So they do sell those, and they do come really small, but they will get to a good size, but no, not really too big. But other than that, they're really good tank mates, and your betta fish won't really bother them. So, moving on to the last and final fish, and that is going to be the zebra Danios. Now, I've never owned these guys, but I have seen them at PetSmart, and I forgot to get a picture or a video of them there while I was there. So I'm just going to put a screenshot picture that I found online to show you guys what they look like. They're really cute fish. They kind of remind me of the white clouds, but the white clouds are more kind of fatter looking, and these guys are more skinnier, and then they have like the zebra stripes. But they're just so cute and adorable, and they do get to a good size. I think they are probably almost the same size as my V-tails. But other than that, they're really good tank mates. They get along with other fish and stuff like that, and it would look really different to have something, different in your community tank. If you want something different, definitely go with them. And they're really good, calm fish. They don't really bother anybody, and I absolutely love them. I never really owned them, but I have seen them at pet stores, and Would I ever own one in the future? I probably would try to see how they are, but they're absolutely cute and adorable, and they would really look good in your community tank. But other than that, that is pretty much all of my top 10 betta fish tank mates for you guys. So other than that, this is the end of the video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Please give this video a big thumbs up, comment down below, and definitely don't forget to subscribe to my channel to see more. Until next time, I will see you guys in the next video. Bye! And then one more thing before I go, I will be doing a shout out video soon. So make sure, if you want to be in my next shout out video, I will be putting you guys in there. So make sure you do a comment down below. Make sure you like this video, and also make sure you're subscribed. And anybody that is doing a comment down below, I will definitely be picking your name out and shouting out your name. So definitely don't forget to do that. And I will see you guys next time. Bye.